This study focuses on Acts chapter 15, the Jerusalem Council, as we continue through the book of Acts, now in video number 11. The Jerusalem Council is the name most often given to that church conference, that first business meeting. Here's the situation. For years, the Jews had reached God through the difficult requirements of the law. And now Jesus came and provided a bridge to God, and many Jewish Christians had trouble accepting that Gentiles could reach God without traveling through that difficult path of requirements, of regulations, things such as circumcision, kosher diet, and other Jewish ceremonial laws. So the council was necessary to settle this issue once and for all. For now the church has expanded far past Jerusalem and Judea. It's gone into Samaria, and now it's expanding through the different nations. Everyone has access to salvation. And here's the catch. The Jerusalem church did not believe in spreading the gospel. Most believed that Gentiles should not be accepted into the church until they became practicing Jews first. The leaders at Antioch, they acted very wisely. Paul, Barnabas, and some other believers were sent on a trip to Jerusalem to meet with the apostles. And here, in this account, we see how there came resolution in this church conflict. But we need to grab those concepts and bring them into our setting today. We want to be wise church leaders. Let's learn these principles. Make sure you have paper and pen. Get ready to write these down. Here are 6 ways to resolve church conflict. Number 1, clearly define the problem. In verse 5 of chapter 15, we hear about circumcision. See, they had to identify what is the problem. And for us, we must do that also. We must have the issues out on the table to be understood by everyone. Here are 6 ways to resolve church conflict. Number 1, clearly define the problem. In verse 5 of chapter 15, we hear about circumcision. See, they had to identify what is the problem. And for us, we must do that also. We must have the issues out on the table to be understood by everyone. I think I've got to go up here. I can start right here. Wow, it's hot, 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 hot. Let's take this one, delete, okay. This one, delete, okay. This one, delete, okay. Number 2, have a full and open discussion of the issues. You'll need to check out verses 6 and 7. If people are going to be a part of the solution, they must be a part of the process. A church is not meant to be made up of a dictatorial group where one person lays down God's rule for everyone else. You see, we're meant to be a community. As we review verses 7 through 12, we discover that we must listen to the experience of godly people whose past walk with God gives them a right understanding and application of the Word. Number 4, verses 13 through 19. We should test experience with scriptures and make decisions based on what the Word says. Number 5, we must separate major issues from minor ones. Major issues, no compromise. Minor issues, compromise. And we see this put into practice by James in verses 20 and 21. Finally, number 6, clearly communicate the decision to everyone that it will affect. The decision of the Jerusalem Council was communicated in a letter outlining what had been decided. Then Judas and Silas traveled to Antioch to represent the Jerusalem church, and unity was established. Let everyone know what decision you come up with. Well, that's it. On with our studies.